Hi, welcome to Artistry Collaborative. My name is JoAnn and I'm so glad you joined me today. Today we are going to create this Dollar Tree mantle lighted pumpkin, like that. Somewhat like farmhouse, very country, not so much just fall. I think you could keep it up all year long. I like to say that things are very easy, and this one had a few nooks and crannies, but I'll walk you through it. If you have any problems, just leave a comment below. I list all the things that I use in the box below. I really hope you subscribe. I have a contest going on right now. Now until October 31st, if you and 3 of your friends subscribe, I will put your name and a special drawing, and you can choose any one of my projects and I will send it to you. So I'm so grateful you're here, and please subscribe and share, and let's do this together. We are the home of TriLab, and all we ask you to do is try. So come on, let's try this together. Okay, so we're going to start off with the 2 pumpkins. Now, I got this napkin at Tuesday morning. I got a bunch of them. I just went a little crazy. As I have shown in other tutorials, you want to take off the backing. So the first one came off. Usually there's 2, sometimes 3 plies depending on the napkin. And the easiest way to do that is to just get a piece of Scotch tape, if you can get to it. And just take it and pull, okay, and gently pull it apart. I have been so excited about this DIY because it's not just for fall, although it's fall-ish, but I think it's also farmhouse. So I just love it. I just love it. So I am going to take my water, put some right in here, and take my paintbrush, and I'm going to go around the edge where I want to cut it. And I'm going to go a little bit bigger than what I really want because I'll lose some of it anyway in the process. But this is how you grab your piece, and it just comes apart so easy. Then I'm going to center this on the pumpkin. Sorry about that noise. Like that. And we're going to get our Mod Podge. And put that all over it. And get our brush. And very generously get that on there. I am in the middle of organizing a craft show for Columbus Day. This is the first time I've been a crafter most of my life, but I've never organized a craft show before. But I saw an opportunity. So many craft shows have been canceled because of the COVID, and I just saw an opportunity to have one in our town, and people are coming out of the woodwork. I'm very happy to offer an opportunity to so many artists, but it is crazy, and I'm trying to, like, you know, make the signs. I made 20 signs, and I'm trying to, I contacted the local newspaper, and so we had an interview today, and I'm trying to do the Facebook groups, and then one crafter will go, well, I belong to this group, and then 20 other people will contact me, and then they contact you, and then they don't follow through, and then I need to have the money in. It's just like, I feel like it's been forever since I've done a craft because it's been all paperwork and computer work, and I am not a fan of computer work. I'm not good at it. I don't like it. I'm Aquarius, and we're supposed to be great with technology. Well, let me tell you, I do not fit that mold at all. My daughter says I don't try, but it's not that I don't try. I just, the whole thing just scares me. So anyways, I'm really happy to be here. Okay, so we're going to put this on like so, and then you very gently, don't pull too hard. Take some more Mod Podge, and I think I'll pour, well, actually, I think, oops, didn't mean to do that. Now it will be wrinkly. That's okay. I think it adds to the look. And see, I kind of like these flowers, so I'm gonna trim this. Maybe add it to the bottom. Oh, I wonder if I should add it to the top. Maybe I should put it there. Yeah, why not? We'll do, oh, no, I don't want to cover up the name Farmer's Market. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so I still have my contest going until October 31st. I haven't had any takers, and I'm kind of disappointed. I don't know if I'm making it too difficult. I did cut it down from 10 to 3. I've been having such fun reading all your comments, and I love the love. It's just wonderful to be appreciated, and I'm so glad I'm getting you excited about making crafts. And please post your pictures. I would love to see what you are doing, and you know, any challenges you're having with it. Yeah, it's just, you know, let's share. I mean, that's what it's all about. People think it's the hokey pokey, but it's not. It's about sharing. So yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna grab some more of these flowers, and let's see if we can add some more of this. Who says we can't? Nobody. Nobody says we can't. So why not? And this is what I mean by play. Play, 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 play. All that you can. You get an idea? Go with it. What is the harm? Even if you mess up, what is the harm in that? Because it's just actually, maybe I'm gonna add some of this to this, line it up. Oh, look at that, we matched it right up. Yeah, just continued it. What's the harm? It's a couple of bucks. If you don't like it, throw it away, donate it, whatever. But give yourself permission to play. So anyways, the contest, if you subscribe and you get 3 of your friends to subscribe, I'm going to put you in a special drawing, and you can have any one of my creations. So I would love to send them to you and grow my channel. It's so important that you subscribe and like and share. I'm so excited about this whole process. And, you know, I want you to come along for the ride. But I do try to answer all the responses, and positive responses. And just love hearing from you. So please reach out. Reach out and touch. Look at that. Somebody's hand. Make it a better world if you can. Yeah. The good old days. Yeah, we lost Helen Reddy. Today we lost Eddie Van Halen. How can that be? How can that be? Oh my goodness. I didn't get the details. I don't know if he was sick or if it's COVID or what, but yeah, feel bad. Not that I was a Van Halen fan, but you know, 65. It's pretty young. Pretty young. So, yeah. But yeah, we were singing Helen Reddy songs the other day in her honor. So, all right. So, I think we're going to put a little bit more up here. Let's get some blue. That's not all the napkin. Oh no, there's more. Okay. Let's get some blue off of here. Let's see. We'll bring some of the blue down here, like that. And see, you don't need much water at all to separate this. See, it just comes so easy. And I saved the white pots because you'll see in an upcoming tutorial that I will use them, or tissue, but I think I might use them. I have quite a few hanging around. Alright. I may cover the stem with jute, but for right now, we're going to Mod Podge it. And see, pieces fall off, but it's fine. It is what it is. Do not sweat. This very much like the technique I did in the triangle. I'm going to put down a whole bunch of lights. So this will sit outside. This is a little bit thicker, so we'll leave the thick part out. And so we'll put our first light there. And I just stick the wire to these little foam squares that you can get at the Dollar Tree. I will probably put a few dots of glue, but these hold fairly well. So I just stick it like that, and I'm going to put them all over the pumpkin. So we will later, once this is dry, put this on top of this, and it will light up. Now, you know, now I'm thinking about it, maybe I need to put the lights directly on here. You know what? I think so. So I'm going to dry this, and I'll be back. Okay, so that's fairly dry. So let's try this the other way. All right, so we're going to have this in the bottom. We'll take this little square, and we will put this here. I'm going to put the lights on so I can see how evenly they're dispersed. But yeah, I think it makes more sense to put them on the front. Alright, see, now it's going to give me a hard time, isn't it? And again, if it does give you a hard time, you can put a little bit of glue. Nothing says you can't. I just plug this in so it's not going to be ready. And again, there's no rhyme or reason to what I'm doing. I'm just getting them so that they're all over the pumpkin. So I'm going to continue to do this, and I'll be back. So you can see I went every which way. And I'm just going to go with a few dots of glue here and there just to secure the ends. It's not the ends, they're popping up more than I would like. So we'll just secure that. And you could do as little or as much as you want. Now, again, I buy my lights on Amazon, but you could very easily use the lights that Dollar Tree sells. There's, of course, less lights, but they are bigger, so it might show up better. I don't know, but I love these little lights, so that's why I use these. But, you know, I always like to give you the option of using Dollar Tree products because, you know, we're on budgets, so I get it. I get it. And if you get pretty much the same effect, why not? All right. So now we are going to attach this to this. And as you can see, this one, you know, they all are made the same way, so it looks off a little bit. So I am going to wrap that with the, so let's go all the way around. And I will be, once this is dried, putting a second coat of Mod Podge on the front. So all right, so we're going to leave that to dry. Let me shut the light off, and I'll be back. Okay, so it took me forever to pick out the papers that I wanted to put on these pumpkins, because I'd like this to be something that you could keep up all year. It doesn't necessarily have to be Thanksgiving or fall. So I have these two from the Dollar Tree, and then I have this scrap piece of wood, which my brother-in-law gave me. But I hear a lot that you can go to Lowe's or Home Depot, and they have lots of scrap wood because people don't take, like, they'll have a piece cut and they don't take the whole thing. Why they wouldn't, I don't know, but they don't. So you can ask for that and they'll give it to you for nothing. So it's a great way to get some free wood. So that came off, but it left a whole bunch of glue, so I've got to deal with that. And then this one we have to cut off. Luckily there's no glitter on this one, so we will just gesso it. Actually, we don't even have to gesso it because we're going to put paper right over that. So that's great, just the way it is. I'm going to sand this and get that ready. This I'm going to paint. This is called Burnt Sienna, but it's a very cheap paint So how, you know, true to burnt sienna it is beyond me. But it's just a nice brown. And we just want to cover this because this will be the base that all the pumpkins sit on. So there we go. Now the papers that I got were from paper pads my daughter picked up last year at JoAnn's, and you know, they were clearanced. So, you know, you probably will not find the same paper pads this year. But again, you may not have that napkin, so you don't need the exact. You use what you like. And again, I can't tell you how many different papers I kept putting behind, because I love that light teal pumpkin that they have. Actually, I remember when I was a kid, they used to have what they called Hubbard squash, and it was that color. And I really liked that color. And I wanted to get that in here, but it just doesn't go with that napkin. So I had to give up my idea on that and go with what I have. So anyway, but I went through plaids and all kinds of different papers, putting them behind that one to see what I liked the best. And I finally found a couple that seemed to coordinate really well, and it was subtle. It didn't take away from the focal point, which is of course the middle one that lights up with the napkin. So yeah, and I should have sanded this board before I painted it. Like I said earlier, I'm working on this craft show and it's exhausting me, absolutely exhausting me. So I am not thinking with all my cylinders, to say the least. But it's okay. It'll be over after Monday, and then I'll get myself into some other trouble. Me and my projects. Anyway, so we're gonna just paint this, and we're just gonna let it dry, and we will get back to this. Okay, so I couldn't find my sanding block, but I did find this pathetic piece of sandpaper, and so this is pretty much done. This is where the glue was. I got most of that off. So this is all done. I'm just going to sprinkle it a little bit with some water just to clean the dust off of it. And then what we will do is take our paper and put the pumpkin down. Just makes it. And take my pencil and just trace around. Wow, it just really just makes it. All right. I'm not going to do the stem because I'm going to cover the stems with jute. And then we will just cut this out. Hard to see on this. There it is. Huh. Where'd it go? I'm gonna have to retrace it. I don't know if I got it all. Let me try this again. This time we will use something darker. Let's see if that helps. missed all this. Make sure you can see what I'm doing. But yeah, I couldn't see this part. The rest came out okay. So yeah, I'm just going to go in here. Follow the lines. Okay. Then, this is going to go like that. So, we take our Mod Podge, squeeze generously. That was pretty generous. And just spread it around very generously, especially around the edges. Not worried about the holes. I mean, if that bothers you, you can fill it with wood filler. I don't really have any right now, so I'm not worried about it at all. I'll put extra glue in there. Maybe that'll cover it up. But you want to get it all over. I'll probably speed up through this so that you're not just watching me. It's like watching paint dry, watching glue dry. But yeah, just really nice all over. If I have extra, I'm gonna put it. Oh, I can't put it on there yet because I haven't cut that one up. So. And I mean, you could, if you wanted to save this, do the other side of it, but I wanted the back to be plain. So that's why I decided to sand the front. But of course, if you wanted to save the front, you know, the thankful and blessed, which is very nice, you can certainly do this to the back of it, and then you'd have something on both sides. But I'm doing this as a mantelpiece, so I don't really care what the other side looks like, because it's going to be against the wall. Alright, normally I have my handy dandy debit card or gift card, but this is very smooth actually. So, and we're going to just let that dry. Now before I got on the camera, I did put a second coat of Mod Podge on my napkin pumpkin. So that's drying as we speak. So I'm going to do this one and I'll be... So I have both my pumpkins covered. And now I made these for a project I did during the summer, and now they're just left over, and so they're just tiny popsicle sticks that I stacked together, but you could use Jenga blocks also from the Dollar Tree. So I'm going to put some E6000 on here, as well as some hot glue. And right in the middle, and you want it to be right at the edge so that it is flat. It's going to hold the pumpkin up on the stick. And again, the same thing with this one. Cover it with the E6000. You don't have to use the E6000, but I just figure, you know, it's a little extra strength. And couldn't we all use a little extra strength? All right. And the hot glue. And right on the edge. All right, so we'll give that a few minutes. And in the meantime, I guess I need to trim this guy. Yeah, my cutting wasn't as expertise as it could have been. And so the last video was the triangle with the birch trees and the deer. And so my sister, she goes, you know, I watched that video all the way through, and that was not easy. And I said, it was easy. It just, you know, the videos make it look like it happens so fast, and it takes longer than, you know, obviously, we edit it so that you don't have to see the same thing over and over again, or the repetition. We try to cut the boring parts out, or at least I do anyway. Yeah, so I ended up giving it to her because she just really liked it, but she was like, there's no way, there's no way. I'm like, you gotta try, that's our name, we have to try. So yeah, don't get discouraged. Don't think it, you know, it might have a lot of steps, but they're not difficult steps. And if you take your time, you will be fine. And again, I say it all the time, all you got to do is reach out and ask, and I will try to help you every step of the way. Okay, so now you've got this. That'll be glued to the main stick. Like here. And then we're going to have this one on this side. And then we're going to put, of course, the, see, I didn't rub that down enough. We're going to put the lighted one in the middle. But before we do that, let's get some jute. I'm going to start in the back, put some glue. Don't get burned, because I always do. And I have the Dollar Tree finger protectors, but do I use them? No. I like to feel things, I guess. I guess I like to feel pain is what it is. I don't know. That's something for a therapist to think about. Alright, this is not getting tight enough, so make sure you pull it nice and tight. You can put a little bit of glue every time you go around, or every 2 times you go around, and push it down. Great, not in the camera. Put a little glue and push it down so it's nice and tight. A little more. Okay, so these are done, and I just had these, I don't know, I just like them hanging down, sort of like those twirly things, but what I wanted to do is clean this up a little bit, and I could have swore I had a roll of that Dollar Tree lace. It's like burlap with the lace in the middle of it. I just thought that would be so pretty, but guess what? I don't have it. So we compromise, and we're going to use this one, and we're just going to go all around the edge with some hot glue, and hopefully not burn ourselves. I really need to find those fingers. And you just keep going all the way around. Then I'm going to cut a little past that so that I can turn it under, give it a finished look. So yeah, turn that much under. And then, yeah. Perfect. All right. Actually, let's twist it. So putting it together, what I ended up doing is just gluing it right to these two. And the light is in the back. And you can just tuck it underneath the pumpkin. So we'll turn that baby on. And this is the sweetness. That is all that. Now, I did buy these at the Dollar Tree. They came in a pack of 4. So I thought I'd add this to it. And I did want leaves, but I didn't want, you know, fall colors. And I had gotten these at JoAnn's a couple of years ago. But I really like them, and they just go so well. So, do I want to stick that in there? I don't. We can. We're just going to glue this in here, like so. And again, you can bling this out as much as you want. If you want to put a bow, a plaid bow, that would work. You know, I didn't want this to be too blingy. I wanted it, like I said, to be farmhouse, my idea of farmhouse, I guess. And then I had these from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to put, actually, you know what? I'm going to attach it to this. Yeah. Like that. Put a little dot back here. I'll do the same on this side. I know I have another gold one somewhere. That one's not in there very well. And then we'll add our cotton. We have all this wires. I just don't need all these wires. Ooh. So I'm just gonna snap those off. We'll add some cotton. This almost looks real. I wonder if this is real cotton. Interesting, huh? Came in a 4-pack. I like these better than the ones in the Picks. The Picks ones look kind of beat up. I like that this look natural. Like that. All right, there you go. I hope you like it. I did. I really did enjoy it. There's a few challenges along the way, but I really like it. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you do, please subscribe and share and give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate your comments. And go to my website, artistrycollaborative.org. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. And if you have suggestions, or if you have something that you want to see, you know, by all means, reach out. And I have a podcast called Inner Promptings. It's on iTunes and Spotify. It's about inspiring creativity, and that's my passion. I want everyone to tap into their creativity because everyone is. All you have to do is try. So thank you so much, and remember, keep on creating. And there you go, your farmhouse lighted pumpkin. Enjoy!